God, to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through, but don't break.
Yeah, man, once again, we back at it, man. It's Parlay with us, man. You got Mr. Beans here, you got Sean Doe, you got Hustle Stacks, and we got a special guest in the building today, special guest. Sean Doe was on their podcast a few weeks ago. We got Michael John from the MSD Sports Show. What's up, Michael, man? Nice to have you parlay with us today, man. What's good with you?
What's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all having me. And you know what it is. I'm ready. Let's talk a little sports.
He ain't fucking around. He get it in.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He sound like he don't been around us before. He sound like he don't been around us.
I like it. He's ready to go. I like it.
Where you from? Where you from, Mike?
I'm from Boston. I'm from out here. I'm from Brighton. I live in Brighton right now too. I lived out west for a hot minute though. I was in LA for like 6 years. But I'm out here right now. Me and my wife out here for a hot minute. We might be back out west, but you know, I got family out here still, so I'm always be back and forth.
That's cool.
You born and raised in Brighton?
Yeah, born and raised in Brighton.
All right.
Shout out to Fidelis Projects out there.
Yes, sir. I'm just it's just down the street from me.
Oh,
right down the street from me.
Shout out to Fidelis Way, as they called it, man.
Shout out to Fidelis.
Yeah, man. Oh, so we, you know, hey, listen, I always tell people, it is a Boston bred podcast. Not that we don't have other people from other areas on, but look, you know, we bringing another sports podcast show on here. Hustle, you know, even though Hustle's all the way in Tampa, you see what it is. He's Boston all day, every day. He supports the teams to the fullest. So yeah, man, as you guys see the title, man, hey, I just threw it out there. That was on my mind this morning when I kind of put this together. Yo, the Celtics sent the Lakers packing yesterday, man. That was a dynamic game. Yo, Doe called me and said, yo, watch this game, see? Watch this game. I kind of like, I woke up towards the tail end of it because I was, with this time change and this gym shit that I'm going on, my body was feeling it. But yo, Celtics took care of business yesterday. The dynamic duos looked like dynamic duos yesterday. So, we got that on the slate. We got NFL free agency. There's stuff going on in the NFL. A lot's going on. Teams are making moves. Our Patriots is making moves. And we got the Champions League round of 16. We got something to cover on that. That's Doe's thing. He gambles on it. He loves that soccer stuff. So that's on the slate for today. We're going to get it cooking. So, yeah, let's get it popping, guys. We're going to start off with the necessary. Celtics. Yo, that was nice. Yo, Stacks. Yo, Michael, at any time during this conversation, we don't really cut each other off, but if you got something based on the topic on your mind that you want to interject, you go ahead and do it, bro. So, yo, Stacks, Doe, Michael, what y'all think about that game last night? Give me it, because I didn't get to see all of it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch it. I was listening to the text that, we was on our group last night, and I seen you guys was going back and forth about who was doing what. What y'all think about that game last night? What did it set the stage? Did it tell people, yo, watch out? What y'all think?
That was a great nightcap for a great day of basketball yesterday, to be honest with you. College basketball was bonkers yesterday. Mm-hmm. But that right there, that just wrapped up my day right there. That just wrapped up my day.
Nice.
So what you think? You see my man Sonny over there. Get that new album.
Yes, sir.
Sonny. Yes, Sonny, what's up, man? Sonny, yes. I know that's those people. Those got everybody coming on here today, and that's great, man. Bring them on. We want them all. Bring all the new subscribers. People, subscribe on that Facebook, YouTube, and that Twitch thing, man. Like and subscribe. We out there. We trying to do this every week. So go ahead, though. Sorry about that.
I'm getting old, man, so I gotta have my little negative take. And it's fixable, I think. It's just for me, man, when they up by 22, 23, I know it's the regular season, but that wasn't a regular season game. It wasn't a regular season atmosphere, man. For me, it's like I don't like when they shoot the other team back in the game. Me and my older brother, me and OG Big Joe were talking. I know I'm not bugging. I was texting T about it. I know that's their offense, but it's just like Tatum went to the hole when it got a little close, did the left, whatever. I just feel like they build a team out with crazy shots when they up like that. That's how they got back in that game. Miss three. You know what I'm saying? Is it something Joe gonna? Is it something Jay gonna go by? Is he gonna keep doing the offense? They'll probably keep doing the offense. I'm not saying abandon it, just abandon the three for that period, but you gotta keep them honest. But it wasn't like the Lakers were doing anything to make it that they couldn't go inside. The Lakers had no size inside. Cornette was bullying them inside last night. So when I don't know how y'all feel about that.
You know they've been like that for a hot minute though. They've been like that for a hot minute. Even last year in the finals, remember we was up by like what 26 on the road, and Dallas came back and almost won the game back. This dates back to 2 years ago too. Celtics always had an issue with keeping the foot on the gas. But you're right, it's just dumb shots. I feel like Tatum, he'd be hitting some nights, but like 6 of 16 is a little bit like y'all could take a layup, y'all could run a pick and roll. You don't always need to hit that little step back, hold the ball to the end of the shot clock. But I feel like the Lakers D did play them back into the game a little bit. Like I will like give some respect to the Lakers because I feel like 2-3 weeks ago I was like the Lakers ain't it. But since January, they have like the best defensive rating in the NBA. And I feel like that's like an understated part of that team.
No, that's true. Yo, Stacks, you coach. Is that just playing hard? Because I keep hearing that in the media. They playing hard.
You got LBJ in the locker room, so he's gonna push them guys to the limit. I mean, LBJ ain't gonna lay down and let you just bullshit. But that's all the part. People can say JJ Redick. LBJ is just as much as a coach on that team as
JJ Redick is exactly.
I mean, JJ Redick doing a great job, but LBJ got him there for a reason.
Yeah.
So I think I agree with Mike. Lakers played some great D. They did play D down the stretch and got them back in it, and they hit shots. They're pros. I mean, they hit their shots. They was missing their shots in the first half. Second half, they started making these shots. So that, and then the Celtics, like you said, there's a couple bad shots here and there, but it don't take much for a professional team to get back in the game. I mean,
you always said that. You always said that. Yeah,
20 leads, that shit been going around the league forever. I mean, I seen it happen last week with a couple teams that was up 17, up 20, and lose the game. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of teams they professional basketball players. They're gonna make shots eventually. They're gonna, and it takes the coaches. He's gonna adjust. He's gonna, if he's a great coach or a good coach, he's gonna make adjustments and they're gonna put their guys in the right spots. But yeah, they just gotta take better shots down the stretch. And
at least we agree on that because that's all. I'm saying.
But you know what I like this. What I saw about that. Sometimes we get a little questions from the audience, Michael. So I sometimes throw it up there and we kind of vibe with the audience sometimes. I just think. Just by watching some of the game, and then I went back and watched some highlights this morning. I kind of spent some time watching what was going on. And, like I said, they started that the move to the rack, and we all know that in basketball. When you go into the rack and creating that shot, driving to the hoop, and, just even if it's a kickback or whatever it is, however you guys start to change momentum on making shots, that's what I seen out of Celtics yesterday. They was moving to the rock a lot. Like you said, they was missing those threes, but then when they started bringing that rock to the rim, man, it changed the whole makeup of the game. JB was like manhandling, beasting dudes down low. Like it's and Tatum flushing on dudes, dunking on dudes. That shit was nice, man. I like what I saw out of the Celtics. I'm liking what I see out the Celtics, period, since the break, right? Yeah. Yes, we lost a couple of them, but since the break, and I said that. I said that since we've been saying, we're about to be into basketball season. I said, I watch the Celtics and basketball, and I look at basketball after the break because then you can see these teams that's really trying to make moves. Look at Golden State. I'm going to throw that out there right now. Golden State's yeah, they got Jimmy Butler, and I think that made a big difference, right?
That made all the difference.
Right, there you go. So they right now out there trying to make moves to get up in that standings, So yeah, LA too. You know, like Michael just said, they've been beasting, like, you know, playing good D and winning some games these past since the Luka trade.
9-game
You know,
win streak. They had a 9-game win streak.
Yeah. Oh, what up, Steve, man? Let me throw that out there. Let me see. Steve he said, love establishing, reminding everybody who the best to do in the NBA. Yeah, Tatum Brown. I'm telling you, man, like,
he said,
you know,
boy.
LeBron and Doughboy. Yeah, that's a funny one. No matter what, how did Luka? I didn't even know what he ended up with last night. Did Luka?
He ended up doing his thing.
But
why does he always act like he's fucking dying out there, bro? Like, come on, Luka. Every time he play, I watch Luka enough. Get your 35 and go sit the fuck down somewhere. Seriously, bro. I'm tired of that shit.
But Luka still get those buckets though, man. Yo, shout out to Steve, Steven. What is Veneer? That's your people's Stacks?
No, that's Young Bull and Calf.
Oh, that's Young Bull. What's up, Young Bull and Old Bull, Young Calf, man? What's up with
my
you,
homies, man?
Yeah. From another podcast that we got here in Boston. Feel like it's probably
Old Bull and Young Cat. Those are my peoples, man. Support them. They are. You know, we got family out there.
No, it is tough to hold. Yeah. I was just answering this question. No, we got a lot of people out here that watch the show, and we engage with their stuff too, man. So it's love. Yo, yeah. Steve, yeah, you're right, man. That 20-point, like Stack said, that 20-point lead don't last in no NBA, man. You know, it really don't, especially if it's early in the game, man. Teams can make a run.
That's early in the game.
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to Detroit too, man. I love that I love that Detroit. Just like the Celtics and the Lakers and the Knicks, Detroit's one of those basketball teams too. I like when they doing well, man. I grew up with that, that era with, IT and all that, and not the real IT, because I love both the ITs, but Isaiah Thomas, and the boys, and even with Rip and Chauncey.
Yep.
When they playing well, I like that. I like that score. That was a good game last night. I caught the end of that game. That was like some playoff shit. These schools about the beef. That was crazy. That was a good. And Kay Cunningham, I was talking to Mike yesterday in the studio, man. I mean, you got to give it to Mitchell, but he's right there on second team, I guess. All NBA, man. Like he's tough, man. I didn't see that. I kind of did see he had the potential for that because he always killed the Celtics, but he put it together against us. But yeah, man. I like when Detroit's doing well too. Yo, when these signings are coming in too on the NFL, we ain't scripted.
No, definitely. Hold on, we're gonna jump into that in a second. Now, I want Mike, Mike to get his, his views out there too. I'm just gonna say, thanks, Steve, man. We all gonna do it out here in Boston. We got to bring that sports genre and that, in that podcast world, to Boston, man. So yeah, man, we love your show too, man. You're one of the best shows out there too. We all trying to do it, and shout out to MSD Sports too, man. Look. We got Michael. We got Michael John on here. Special guest, man. We feel good out here. Like we got special guests coming on from other podcasts and parlaying with us. This is what I wanted to do in the beginning. That was my, part of the dream of my of the platform is not just us, putting our point of view. Bringing other podcasts from the Boston, surrounding areas that is trying to put themselves out there. We all collaborate and kick that shit. So I love it. I love it. Thanks for coming through, Michael. So yeah, Michael, what do you think, man? The NBA, man. I got to talk about it. Like, what do you think about what the NBA got going on right now? How you like it?
Well, I mean, y'all, I think Stacks, you was saying about like a lead, like how fickle a lead is, right? Even this last week, OKC, maybe the best team in the league, right? And they blow that lead late in the game to Minnesota this last week. Yes. So it's definitely true that no lead is safe in the league right now. But honestly, I feel like it's top heavy. Like I'm looking at Cleveland, I'm looking at Boston. I'm not expecting much from the Knicks. Like I'm not scared of the Knicks. I'm not scared of the Pacers or the Bucks. And I'm looking at the West and I'm saying, I'm seeing OKC. I think this is the year they're gonna make that next step after coming up short last year. So I feel like it's very, very top heavy. But you know, I'm a Celtics ride or die, like without a doubt. When I moved to LA, I wear that Celtics hat and that Patriots hat everywhere. Like I need y'all to see it tight. So
only thing, Mike. Listen, I like the Bucks in the playoffs. Remember, last 2 years, Giannis wasn't healthy in the playoffs. But if they get Giannis healthy in the playoffs with Dame, I believe they got potential to knock some, not the Celtics or I think they get the Cavs. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just think when Giannis is on his Giannis shit, you know what I'm saying? That dude right there is a problem, man.
Shout out to Polar Knights all the way out there. Polar, where's it at again? Sweden, Switzerland. I know he's coming from somewhere out there. He always shout us out. Shout out to Polar Knights. He said, BRB, I need a salty cracker. You know who that is for? That is for Mike John. Yo, yo, I love you guys on this podcast, man. I swear to God, man. Y'all keep it going. Y'all keep the vibe going. I love it.
I just like Giannis ain't nothing to be played with in the playoffs. I don't think they got enough to beat Boston, but I think they got enough to scare Cleveland.
It's not a great supporting cast.
Enough to scare Cleveland, but what more? Okay, I haven't been watching what Milwaukee's bringing in, right? But what more Giannis got though for you?
He's
still averaging 30 something. He's still doing
so
it.
He's averaging 30 going to that rack like that. Just like, do he got that? Is the jumper water?
No.
All right, then. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
but the thing
Giannis has to be more of a multifaceted player for them to really start capitalizing again, bro. Like, I don't see them getting nowhere near the Eastern Conference Finals with just the Giannis going to the rack, though.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised on this day.
Yeah. Why? Because how Lillard playing? Is Lillard holding his ground now, or what?
Dame Dollar. I'm gonna tell you something about Dame. Dame is a closer. If that game is close, I'll take Dame all day. If the game is close, he always had respect for me when he hit that half court and sent OKC home. That shit was crazy. Just to have the balls to take that shot right there in that spot. Like if the game's close. If you got them two, Giannis and Dame, that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I think you gotta keep them. You gotta. I was talking to Stack.
I think they could beat the Knicks. I do.
Oh, they definitely could beat the Knicks.
I think
they definitely could beat the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks. If the Knicks play Detroit right now, I like Detroit. Only thing about Detroit and the Knicks is Detroit have the. Do they have the experience in the playoffs? I don't know. They got Beasley, right?
Beasley have experience. They got Hardaway too.
They got Hardaway. They got a few guys. I don't know. I mean, I know we ain't there yet, but I'm telling you, man. I think for me, I told you, Stat. I think I told Mike in the studio yesterday. I think Cleveland has a harder road than us because Cleveland's gonna have to play the winner of the Milwaukee series, right?
Yeah, they have to play Milwaukee. Yeah, we would play the Knicks. If the Knicks make second round, we play the Knicks.
We play the Knicks, right? Yeah. So I mean, I know I'm looking ahead, but.
I know we are, but like I said, my take on it, guys, is the best of 7, man. You know, that's seven games for a team to hang with a team. That's you got to catch somebody sleeping for you to. So that's why I don't see Detroit could top. You said Cleveland?
No, the Knicks. Milwaukee? They would play right now. I think if they did today, I think they play the Knicks.
Oh, they will play the Knicks, and you think they could beat the Knicks in the best of 7?
I think so. But the only thing is, the only caveat to that would be the experience. How's Cade gonna be? How's Durant gonna be? You know, how's Beef Stew gonna be? I know they got Beasley, they got Hardaway. I know they got a few other
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
They got your boy too, Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder.
He's on Detroit?
Yeah,
he's playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
On Detroit?
Yeah,
he's on Detroit.
Wow. Yeah. I thought he got traded. I thought he was on Golden State. Oh, they traded when Golden State took Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of him. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sure is a stand. Right?
I ain't gonna, he's solid everywhere he go.
I know, but he don't unpack his bags though. That's the whole thing.
He's a slid. Yes, Scoot is a slid.
Yo, his Gucci Louis Vuitton suitcases be still packed.
In every city in America. God damn.
Yo,
I gotta go through the story one of these shows. Oh my God, man!
Yeah, that shit's crazy. They that Schroeder be he be getting around. He put in work everywhere he go. He do
play good.
Even deadly on the Olympic team. On his Olympic team.
I like Schroeder. I do. But
I do. Yeah,
I thought he was gonna at least be on one or two teams. He on 20. God damn, Schroeder. But yeah, I mean it's interesting. And then I don't know if you all watched any of the Denver game. It was close for a while, but I don't know. I gotta say, bro, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but damn, yo, Shea gets a Michael Jordan whistle, bro. You can't even. I guess he's earned it the way he plays. He goes to the basket, he puts pressure, so you can't really take it away from him. But he gets a Michael Jordan whistle. They punched Westbrook in the face. They didn't call nothing.
That game, the Lakers and Celtics, they was letting them play too.
That was. I like that though. That wasn't egregious, but yeah, this is the time of year they're gonna start letting them play.
You see when Jalen got that steal on Luka, he dropped the Randy Savage on Luka right there.
So he did. Didn't Cornette body slam Reeves too?
That was a foul. I was like, yo, that's crazy. He did that goal like
yo, Jason Reddick with his porn mustache came on the court.
Yeah, Luka took a knee to the face too. Horford slammed that one. Jalen picked that pocket, and Horford hung from the rim, and Luka took a knee to the face. I was like, yeah, eat that.
It was beating him up yesterday. He took a beating yesterday. He sure did.
Nice, man. I'm don't worry me. I was just looking at some of the scores in the past 3 days on who was looking like what. I saw that real quick. I'm gonna put out there like I seen how's the Kings real quick? You guys are great basketball guys. How's the Kings faring since they lost this kid Fox?
They're basically the same.
Yeah.
Actually, they're doing better without him, to be honest with you.
But they're not really moving with. I'm looking at I've been looking at the positions, playoff positions. They're really just in that. They're still in that slot, right? Are they in the 9 slot playing?
Yeah, they think they moved up. They actually been winning some games lately. I know they probably maybe 9-10 spot. Yep.
Yeah, I think they're in that slot.
In the 9.
They're in the 9.
Phoenix is going to overtake Dallas for that 10.
They're in the 9.
Yeah. That's
Phoenix will take over Dallas for that 10.
Right, and rightfully so.
Yeah, because they need to. Even and I wouldn't want to play them in the first round as bad as they are. They still got 3. You know what I mean?
Oh, Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean
I'm not scared. I don't know.
I agree with you, Mike. I think they washed. I'm telling you,
bro. KD could go 40 points and shoot 60%, and Booker drops 30, and they lose by 10.
I don't play no defense.
And then after they got swept like Ant-Man thugged them out like that last year, KD, man, I salute you, brother, but you ain't it no more. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't nobody got that fear of KD no more. Like
you know what I think it is though. As I watch the team though, honestly, bro, and I'm not saying maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I'm looking at how they play, bro. Like they don't care, bro. Like they don't play hard. They don't. It's like if are they connected? No, they were saying on the broadcast today. Like I think the lady that used to coach the Sun, Connecticut Sun, she does like part-time commentating. I think she coached. I forget what she coaches now, but anyway, she coaches the Fever now actually. So anyway, she was saying how they weren't connected. You could just see the body language. I think KD smacked Budenholzer's his hands out of his face the other day. I just think if you think about it, right? If you look at both teams, the Lakers and Phoenix, it's my opinion. If they played harder on it's their defense. They don't play hard. They don't play hard. They don't get back. if they played hard, I think they'd be better. Would they win the West? No, I just think they're not as bad as they look. Is KD who he was? Of course, he still averages 27. You know, Book is averaging 26. Bill's giving you 18, I think, or something like that, 16. I just think if they try to lick, because I never thought of it, fellas. Seriously, it's just trying hard on defense. You don't have to have Bruce Bowen on your team to be a good defensive team. If you pick up, you know, if you try hard, but I just said if they sneak in there, they still got who they got. I'm not saying they're gonna win the West, but
Nick Richards be having some big games sometimes. Like they traded for him thinking like this might solve the puzzle a little bit. They start in Bol now, letting him get a lot of run. They just seem
That's a question. Remember, I talked about Bobo 2 weeks ago, guys, about why Bobo ain't getting that run when they saying Bobo's like somewhat of a unicorn out there.
Yeah, a lot of injuries, man. Yeah, a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries, man. I think teams are scared to touch him because of the injury pass.
Is it the frame?
Yeah, it is the frame. 7 foot. You ever notice every time you got them 7-footers that do that much, there's always an injury prone with them. 7 foot, you ain't supposed to be moving like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a lot of length going side to side like that, man. That's a lot of length. Every time you see a 7 foot, I mean, KD's been special. Look at Wemby. I mean, you got that's great Olden. List can go on and on.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
7-footers just have injury problems. That's
true. Yao Ming.
Yeah,
Porzingis right now. Porzingis. I mean, I know he's sick right now, but the foot injury.
He's right. You brought up a good one, Michael. Like, how can we not say Porzingis? That's true. Since his Knick days.
That nigga sneeze and get like a strained back.
Right now, dog, I'm telling you right now, in the off season, man, it's time to move him. I'm telling you, he got to go.
I kind of felt that way. That was my thing last year after the chip, and basically we kind of won the chip without him. So, right? So
he got us a game.
He got us a game, but come on, for what we brought him in here for, just think about that, right?
We brought him in to be a cheat code. We brought him in to be a third guy.
And if you can't, like you said, Stacks, I mean, you're not surviving the roster like this. You're always hurt, man. You're Mr. I don't want to call him Mr. Glass, but he's on that trajectory.
He's Mr. Glass.
He's Mr. Glass. You can call him Mr. Glass, man.
Huh?
You can call him Mr. Glass.
Yeah, he's Mr. Glass, man. I thought, my thing was, when we got Porzingis, I was like, if this dude stay healthy for what he could bring to the table for us, oh man, we're eating everybody's food.
You know what's underrated though with him? You know what I give him though? If you guys remember, if you go back to last year's game 1, he set the tone, and I think that kind of gave us that, that let Tatum breathe a little bit, let Jalen breathe. He kind of like, he was a lead actor in the show, man. I think that was huge. And that's how I felt as a fan. At least he made me feel at ease. And I wasn't expecting to go through. Me and Stacks were talking on the phone. We were bugging. It was like, this nigga ain't going to make it through the whole playoff. But, before he got hurt. But I think he set the tone for them getting that game 1 at home, first game of the playoffs. Kind of like, even though, they won 7 games a few times. My point was, I think he did what he needed to do. And then having him, kind of as that fallback, give you like a little, when he came back, a little 10, 15 minutes. He did what he needed to do. I think we won despite of him, but I think that first game, him going off like that, what do you have, like 12 in the first quarter or something crazy? He was hitting threes, dunking, blocking shots.
Then he was done.
Then he was done. Fellas, I know you don't. I know we didn't put. You did put NFL, bro. There's mad stuff.
No, we going to free. We about to move on from the NBA segment. What we talking about.
I'm not trying to move. It's just there's this mad stuff.
I know. We're at that moment. Actually, we at that bracket in the show where we are going to move on from the basketball. So, keep watching. The Celtics is hot. I like the Celtics, what they bringing to the table. You know what I feel. The best of 7. I don't think nobody out there, especially starting on the East Coast, can really rock with us on the best of 7. So, if people, I heard somebody, I was listening to another radio. I was listening to some talk radio the other day on Sirius, and someone brought up the notion, like, it was a talk show, not even nothing to do with sports, but when they brought up something talking about, oh man, I saw some good games last night, and the first two teams they brought up was, wouldn't it be great to see LA play the Cavaliers in the finals? I'm like, so y'all just walk, you just walk past the Celtics, like, you know. I wanted to call up the show, like, so what's the Celtics like? Are you gonna walk past that? Like, you just gonna blindly don't see that because the Cavs look good? Yo, that's crazy. That's an ugly finals. I want to call up and be like, that's an ugly finals. Like, you know, Cleveland, LA. Why? Because LeBron's done, y'all. Like, forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Stop trying to push that narrative.
Celtics had a big win, and all they could do is talk about his fucking groin all day long. Now, one time, we Celtics got props for JB and Tatum having a big game. You know what I'm saying?
You're totally right. You know what? I'm gonna end the NBA segment part of the show with this, because we already coming up on 30 minutes. So I'm gonna end up the end. Listen, you're right. They used the Stephen A. debacle shit with LeBron, I guess 2 nights before or whatever, the game they had before, to wash away what the Celtics did to the Lakers yesterday. So to you know, end it with this. What do y'all think about Stephen A. getting his ass handed to him on side court?
Hey, that's been a long time coming.
That was a long time coming. And he went and sat his ass down. All that big mouth shit that he be on. I'm not no Stephen A. fan because he's a big mouth, bro. Like, I don't like big mouth. Like you can know your shit, you could be the shit, you could say you're the shit, but when you're a loudmouth, when it gotta be loudmouth shit with it, that shit turns me on. And I know that's his persona. That's his persona. That's what made him who he is the loudmouth. They love that shit for some reason. Like, you know, they took that and ran with it on ESPN. But for that loudmouth barking shit that he be on, it took the King James to walk up on him at the sideline and, yo, shut your fucking trap.
He almost did to Will Smith. He almost did.
I loved it. I loved seeing that.
That would have been crazy.
Shout out to Charles Barkley too. Charles was right, 100% right with what he said. What did
Charles say? I didn't really catch what Charles said. What Charles said?
Right. He said all they want to do is talk about the Lakers and Golden State. He said Lakers and Golden State been playing good for 2 weeks. He said OKC been playing good.
Cleveland. Don't forget Cleveland too. He brought
Cleveland said Cleveland and OKC been playing good all year. But we don't never talk about them. But anytime we get a chance to talk about the Lakers, we talk about the Lakers and Golden State. And Charles spoke his mind about that. I thought he was right.
No, he was.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, I don't know how accurate it is. It's usually accurate. And don't get me wrong, I think the order for the MVP what it's supposed to be, but the way how Donovan Mitchell ain't up there like that is crazy to me. Like, now I know his overall metrics and everything ain't what it is, but winning's still winning, man. Like, I mean, dude, he's the best player on the best team, basically, right? I'm not saying he should go with Shea or Jokic. Or even Tatum for that matter, but damn, like,
well, Tatum's up there though. They showing love to Tatum.
He's three.
Yeah, Tatum's up there on the list, but I don't know.
It's Shea, Jokic, and then Tatum.
Yeah, the Joker had 31, 20, and 20.
And 20.
31, 20, 20, dog.
Yo, guess what my mother said to me this morning? No bullshit. I went by there. She said, who's that guy from Denver? He had 30, 20, and 20. I swear on everything I love.
31,
my mother even said that.
And 20.
My mother said that.
No,
from the 5 now, Mike, from the 5 spot, not the 1 or 2 spot or 3, the 5.
Right. No, for real. No. You know, I know Shea. People talk Shea, but I know this dude's still out there, man. He kind of like, because they haven't been the talk of the town for the past 2 seasons. It looks like it seems like they try to wash the Denver away.
I hate to say
a one and done type of thing.
He's not doing a thing. He did a little bit of Celtics.
And I listen. You talk about Jamal Murray, but Michael Porter Jr. I see you. I see your ass. He's the one for me. That he. I'm sorry.
He does get away with it.
He's supposed to be the X factor on that team. Okay, Jamal Murray ain't playing well. That's Michael Porter should take that leap over him. But he ain't done it. Listen, He getting his fucking Tobias Harris on, and I'm watching him. All right.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay.
Everybody playing Ben Simmons, and that motherfucker Tobias Harris got a pass. And he was making max money. So I'm telling you, Michael Porter Jr., I see you, dog. You ain't skating.
No.
You ain't skating.
I got you. I feel you on that. And Aaron Gordon can't stay healthy either. He's on some Porzingis shit.
Yeah, I give Aaron a pack because Aaron play hard every fucking time.
Yeah, he do. He play.
Remember, Joker don't play no fucking defense. And usually it's Aaron Gordon taking Joker's man all the time. And Aaron Gordon guards 1 through 5, so he's beat up. He's beat up. I give him a little bit of a pass, but them other two, Murray and Porter, nah. No.
And shout out to Braun. Braun's been balling. Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Braun.
Braun
Gonna make one of them expendable over the summer. You watch what I say. One of them gonna be gone. One of them gonna be gone.
MPJ.
Yep. I'm telling you. They signed him all that bread. He ain't doing shit. Nothing.
Who's that? Michael Porter, you say?
Yeah. He had a good game today, but overall, you're right. Overall, you're right, though.
Yeah, he had one good game, then 15 bad.
No, you're right. I can't even argue with you. You're right. You're right. But I didn't. You said Tobias Harris. Damn, that's kind of that's on brand right now. I feel you. Damn, I'm thinking. Tobias Harris.
What you got to say, Mike? Go ahead, man. Go on.
I mean, I know Sean liked them stats too, but like, I don't know how y'all like the MPJ's plus minus today was minus 33, like by far the worst.
I think that was the fourth quarter though. They went like on a 32 run.
Yeah, I mean they dropped 40. The Thunder dropped 40 in the fourth.
That's the only thing about the plus minus. They don't really go. It's obviously it's the totality of the game, but that fourth quarter was
they ran away.
But I feel you. I mean, you know, I like I'm so old school. Like he at the beginning of the game, he was keeping a minute because because Jamal Murray for whatever reason can't score 17, 18 points. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can't and they've been saying this for the last few weeks. Like you got to be more assertive, fam. Don't get me wrong. They ran him off the three a few times today. OKC, you know, Dor's probably the best defender in the NBA. Him and Jamin Jackson, in my opinion, you know, right now. Dor's serious. He's serious. He's a serious individual. He was kind of locking him, but there were some times he had open shots and he passed them up. And I'm like, bro, you're Jamal Murray, fam. And everybody plays against the Celtics. You know, all these guards always going for 30 against the Celtics. And they go play someone else and they can't even get 18.
They try to come to show out for some reason. So you know, the Celtics is the game. The
champ always gonna get the best shot.
Exactly, the champ's always gonna they're gonna give the champ the best shot. So let's move on from basketball. Enough about basketball. We got lots and lots to go on basketball. You know, this week's come. You know, hey, listen, it's gonna get cooking. Trust me, we know that. We're gonna be back here next Sunday, next Thursday, whatever, and we're gonna be talking more basketball and bringing up some more shit with that. We'll see if the Lakers can sustain, you know, what they got going on. They number 2 tied for number 2 with Denver right now on the West Coast. Let's see if Lakers can sustain that. Yo, guys, remember Lakers wasn't they just at the bottom not too long ago? Wasn't they 5 or 6?
They was at like an 8 spot.
8 spot not too long ago. So yo, LeBron, old man Bronny is playing. So he's trying to get there for the last hurrah. That's what I think. I think this right here is his last hurrah. Trust me. Next year, if he's still playing, he's just coasting for the farewell tours. Yeah. That's what he's doing next year. I'm telling you, that's what he's doing next year. So let's move on. NFL free agency. There's a lot going on in NFL free agency. Doe told us about a couple moves the Patriots made. I was just looking on just checking out some shit, man. There's a lot of moves being made. The Rams signed Adams. So let's pop it off, man. What we got, what y'all see going on in the free agency. Michael, I'll let you take lead on this because you know how I could tell somebody's on their game when they got the other screen set up. I'm gonna be 100. I love that we brought Michael on. We need this type of shit on our show.
Basketball.
Stoney Cook, he's not here today. So, you know, you would have been here. Would have been a 5-man team. Cook usually always have his little his iPad to the side so he can run through the little, you know, stats and stuff we need. But I already know how that setup is, man. My man got the shit up ready. He like, what we talk? He got it ready. So I'm gonna let you lead this, man. Like, what free agency is looking like right now, Mike?
Listen, I gotta come with it because shout out to my homie on the podcast, David Camden. He be on the NFL. He be on that NFL shit, so I gotta come right. Listen, there's a lot.
You on the right show because they be on that shit here too.
You on the right show. You on the right show. That's what we eat. We sleep and eat. But you know, I was born a basketball fan. Stacks would tell you that. But for some reason, man, football has captured me. I've been running footballs for years and years now. But the love is basketball. But yeah, go ahead, man. I'll let you take it.
I was a little man sitting in the living room and everyone was holding their hands saying, Vinatieri got to hit this kick. Vinatieri got to hit this kick versus the Rams. I was a little boy. Football goes back. But I'm going to just jump. There's so many popping off right now. I mean, first, look, Myles Garrett got his bag, huh?
Ooh.
He said,
they had to give him that. Mike.
So real quick, what did he get? Just shout that number for me real quick so I could tell you. How I feel.
123 and guaranteed, and 40
in guaranteed money.
And, 123 guaranteed.
Yo, where the Browns be getting this money from though? Like, when did they have that shit buried somewhere? Some shit like the Browns.
They restructured Deshaun shit, so that freed up a lot of money.
Okay.
But
real quick with this whole Browns scenario. I really thought Garrett was out the door. Remember, they said they wasn't even the owner was like, I'm not even meeting them. That was all, you know, that shit came out this week. Tried to embarrass him. They said
owner said he wasn't going nowhere. He
declined the meeting or whatever. So I don't know. It was because he was just basically like, bro, you ain't going nowhere.
I don't negotiate contracts. Just go talk to the general manager. It will get done like a billionaire does. Just go talk to the man. That's how I read that. So I'm not surprised.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that. I was just like, you know, usually, you know, sometimes the top tier players get the you know, they get the access to the main office, put it that way, right? So you know, you would think that he would have had to access. That's how he probably was going.
I'm quite sure he had a conversation with the cat behind closed doors.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I you know, he obviously he's their guy. He had to have the access to the main office. You know what I mean? As far as the big dogs is concerned, you know. So to get one, you know, this 100 and change guaranteed, that means Cleveland standing pat with their defense. So what moves are they going to make? How Cleveland, you know, especially if they're spending this type of money on the defense, they need so much offense.
They ain't going to make no moves. They just signed the player. There's nothing. They once they signed Deshaun Watson, they got to go through the draft. They just keeping him as a legacy player. He's still good. I mean,
they got a hit on this draft. They got a hit.
They got a hit. They ain't gonna sign. They might sign another free agent or two, but they got just as many holes as us. They do. Okay. Go down that list, Mike. Go through the next one.
Well, I feel like this was a big one a few days back, right? And it was kind of good that he signed his first, Max Crosby. Crosby got his money with Vegas, and that opened up the door for Garrett.
Yeah, Max. Shout out to Max, man. Max played hard, man.
Yeah, I love Max.
He's hard. It's been years. Max been playing.
He's like my favorite player on the low, like on another team. Like,
he's good, man. I watched. He transitioned them from Oakland when they made that move, man. Remember that team's trash, man. And he stayed like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously they drafted him, but still. You know, shout out to him. He got his bread, man. And he's in Vegas. I would stay there too, living in Vegas, getting that type of money. Yo, good. Like, shout out to Max Crosby. And he plays hard. He's a hard player.
If you got bread, that's a perfect fucking place to be right there.
People think, you're going to gamble out all your money. No. It's not about gambling. It's not gambling. You could live, trust me. You got bread out there.
If you strong-minded and could block out that gambling shit, you in the right spot, dog.
You in the right spot.
You're in the right spot.
You in the right spot. I like Vegas for that. Trust me, you're totally right about that, man. Nice town, man. I like that city, man. Especially, I saw Vegas outside of it, outside the whole casino genre thing.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Nice city to live in. Yeah. So go ahead, Mike. Who else we got out there? What else? Besides Crosby,
Big one that they just dropped. Big money. Josh Allen got the bag. They backed up the Brinks truck for this man.
330.
Bro,
330,
bro.
330. Yo, when you seen them type of, that's crazy. That's basketball numbers. That's NBA numbers. Yo,
Hey, I'm gonna get my donation on. I'm gonna get my Sean Doe on.
Yeah.
I would have paid him that dough if he'd have beat Mahomes once. I would have paid him that.
Oh shit.
I would have paid him that if he'd have beat Mahomes. You gotta beat Pat one time.
you gotta beat Pat.
I'm on my Sean Doe right now. I'm on my Sean Doe right now. I'm just saying. And I like Josh. I like Josh. I think he's a good quarterback. I just need him to get over that hump while I give him the paper. That's just me. I think I would have probably waited a year to see what happened, to see if he beat Pat or if he got him to a Super Bowl. Even if he don't beat Pat and get him to a Super Bowl, I give him his bread. But man, you has he won a big game? That's a good question.
No.
Has he won a big game? Has he at least Lamar won MVPs. There was talk about Josh not winning MVP. He shouldn't have won an MVP this year if you go by numbers. If you go by numbers, it should have been Lamar.
He shouldn't have. Yep, it should have been Lamar. Yep.
I'm just saying, I just don't give him that bread. I just need a big game. That's just me. Just me being Sean Doe right now.
And you know why they gave him that bread? The field, the commodities that's out there, it's not out there. So, the Bills are like, yo, we got to hold this down to make sure like there's no kink in that armor when it comes to that quarterback position. And that's why they gave him that bread. There's not really Stacks. Think about it, though. What's really out there like shining besides Pat Mahomes? Even we want Drake May to shine, right? We're looking for him to be on that echelon with Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes, and Allen. A little bit of the other one, now you got the young kids coming out who was drafted last year, right? So I think the Bills looked at it like maybe they looked down the line. They probably went and saw some scouts and it was like, yo, there's nothing really in the future that's going to be jumping off the charts. So therefore, let's pay this guy now. And he's here for the next 10.
I'm not against paying him. I'm just not paying him.
Is that too much? You think it's too much? I mean, listen, look at how much Dak is getting. That's the problem. They went and paid Dak. They went and paid Trevor Lawrence.
What did Dak get? 2 something?
Yeah, he's getting like 50 average. Like you looking at Trevor Lawrence, we're talking about like 50.
That was the one. Good call.
That was the one for me.
That was crazy.
No, that was the one.
Good call. Trevor Lawrence.
Don't say that.
We were sold on him.
Don't say that was the one yet because they get ready to pay Brock Purdy. He get ready to get paid. Brock Purdy's getting ready to get paid.
We're going to see how good Brock Purdy is without McCaffrey and Debo and Ayuk and Kittle. Kittle and Jennings. We're going to see how good he is with just those two guys. That's it. I mean,
and not that stout defense either.
But at least I want to say on behalf in Josh Allen's defense, at least I feel like they like him there. Like when he did the speech and he said, "Shout out to Slick Rick." Like the city felt that. You know what I mean? Like he got the videos with the kids in the children's hospitals, and you could see they really like we love this dude. So like at least if you touch in the city, I guess like the heart of the city, then I guess like I can.
No, you're right. You're right.
You're right.
They need
a face for the franchise. They need a franchise face. They do. They need that.
My only downfall about that, and I think they signed Shakur too, like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Are they going to be able to fill out that roster though?
That's it, though. I'm with you, and they need to fill out
that roster is getting. They cut Miller today. Not saying Miller was an important part of that team last year.
Dalvin Cook.
Vaughn Miller. Vaughn. Nah, Vaughn could have went.
No, I know. I'm just saying. You still got to replace him.
They got one more year for James Cook too, and they
want him back.
They need him back. They need him back, I think, because he was like one of them key pieces. They didn't overrun him in the regular season. He wasn't one of them 200, 250, 300 carry backs. He's like, you get a cool $150, but 175 carries. We'll give you like 50 screen passes, and he made the most of it. I think they're gonna need someone like they're gonna need to get some money for him.
He's gonna want that.
Yo, right. You know what? I hope, for the Bills' sake, I hope there's big money that they giving Josh don't hamper them in the future with, like you said, with building up the team.
Then again, I do wish it hampers them because they're in our division. So.
They're in the division. That's right. So
to be fair, though, Beans.
No, you're right. You're totally right. But they had to pay the face of the franchise. That's the way I look at it. Had to. So is that Devontae Adams that's going to the Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
big money.
That's big. That's big. That's a good move for the Rams.
For the Rams. I like that.
Great move for the Rams. Because Cooper Kupp's gone, right?
Yeah, they done.
Right. They done. So yeah. They want Kupp to come here so bad. Why?
You know why.
Right. But I'm just
keep
saying.
Him away, please. Keep him away, bro. Don't.
Come on, like, would he even last though? Like, is it not saying? I mean, he was who he was, like, but are we getting him at the end? Are y'all talking about getting somebody at the end? Come on. Come on.
I'm gonna tell you why he wants to come here. That's McDaniel's type of receiver. That's McDaniel's likes.
And then they talk about Jacoby Myers coming back.
I'll take Jacoby Myers.
I'll take Jacoby back.
I would take him.
I'll take Jacoby back before I take Cooper Kupp on that contract. No way.
Yeah,
that's the same money. That's the same money that Devontae's getting.
Yeah.
Metcalf to Pittsburgh.
I like that one too.
132.
We're gonna throw
DK went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they just traded him.
Who's gonna throw him the rock though?
That's it. That's exactly right.
We're gonna throw him the rock though.
Sierra,
Sierra could throw the rock, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, still got to give him a chance, man.
You know what?
He might got one more for you, Stacks, though. Wilson might have one more for you, bro. Remember, he didn't do too bad in Denver. It was just a bad situation over there. And then had to come and deal with the situation with Justin Fields because they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with Justin Fields.
You may be right, but Pittsburgh ain't got time to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time to fuck around right now. They don't have time to do that.
So what they gonna do? Draft a quarterback or what?
They gotta get a guy. They've been knowing this since Ben Roethlisberger last 2 years. They've been knowing this. They didn't try to groom nobody behind Ben, and now they're in a situation that they put themselves in. I mean, that's period point blank, man. I would have gave the keys to Justin Fields all day long. Yeah, they would have been in the same scenario. They'd have made the playoffs, got out the first round with Justin Fields starting. But at least you would have had your guy because he's young. But I'm telling you, Pittsburgh put themselves in this situation. And they should have been grooming somebody to go behind Big Ben, and now look at them. They stuck.
I think they should run it back with Russ. I ain't gonna lie. I would run it back with Russ.
Me too.
Look at the options you have. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get, if Aaron Rodgers don't go to the Giants, or who are you gonna get? Kirk Cousins once Atlanta cut him.
Yeah.
Like, who are you gonna get?
I just think they got to get a guy. They ain't got time to fuck around with no 1 year guy right now. They got to get they got to get somebody.
That's why I agree with Stacks for this reason only too, because everybody knows Russell Wilson. It's a lane. You can't have a lane as steady as Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a real steady organization, right? You would say,
right.
You can't have that lame duck. What you can't have, because it's just like, what's your sailing with Russell? Like, what's your sailing? I would take a chance.
It's the same though.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like, what's your I'm not disagreeing. I'm not trying to play both sides. But it's like, okay, you get this. You go the safe route and get Russell Wilson. What's really your ceiling? And then if you go, the only thing is, if you take, to me right now, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers is basically the same player. Can we all agree? Maybe Aaron got a better arm, obviously, but overall they do the same little 5-yard scramble, little 15-yard out routes. They hit the hash marks. Okay, fine. But there's no quarterbacks in the draft really that's projected to be a franchise guy, right?
Right.
But I don't. But Russell Wilson, no, because don't they all basically know? Let me ask you guys this: if this Russell Wilson comes back, is it his year? Is this his last year in Tomlin? Because
it could be. It could be if he comes back. It could be.
It could be.
Could that galvanize the team?
It says a lot that Pete didn't want to try to get Russ. I will say that. I'll give you that. That it say a lot that Pete didn't want to bring in Russ. He was like, I'm gonna go get Geno.
Yeah, that's another big. Yeah, we ain't talk about the Geno Smith move Pete made. Yeah.
So
that says a lot about Russ. That like is, that. He came up with Russ, won a championship with Russ, went back to this chip with Russ. You're right, man, and got fired when Russ, he let Russ go, and that makes sense. If he didn't go back and say, yo, I'll bring Russ to the Raiders and I'm gonna run it back and do something, I'm Pete Carroll and bring back my, my cheerleader. Yo, that says a lot. You're right. You're right.
I don't think they will, but they can also go to Sam Darnold route. They could. They could throw Sam some paper. I don't think Vikings is all in on him like that.
You're right, actually. I like that actually as a better option because now he got some people to throw to. You still got Pickens. I know he'd be he'd be having the ball in his hands and somehow it end up under the grass. I don't know what, Yeah, but he's got some dudes to throw to, so that might not be a terrible landing spot.
And they talk about drafting another receiver. So they might if you get Sam Darnold,
Pittsburgh always draft good receivers.
And they always hit on the receivers. They always hit.
They always
hit
because they can't hit on no linebackers no more. So they just swapped it out.
Or quarterback, because and really, I'm kind of with what I'm not. I hate to say it, and people gonna be like, "Oh, but you know why you jumping?" I don't see Shador out there as that type of dude, man. Like, as far as like people talking about commodity coming into the league, like, they propping him up, bro. But nah, I'm not sold. And maybe you guys might feel different.
No,
and
I'm with you.
I'm just not sold. And that's why I think a team like Pittsburgh, they really kind of stuck it a little bit because there's nothing really out there. Teams that's really looking for a quarterback of the future. There's nothing really right now. You know what I mean? Right now, the league's looking.
I like the kid from Miami. I ain't gonna lie. I like Cam
Ward.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, I like Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's tough. I think my sleeper in this draft would be Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. I like him a lot. I thought he was a good quarterback at Ole Miss. And the kid from Louisville too, Mike John. I think he got an upside to him. He might take a little longer than the other ones, but I just think if you can get him and stash him, I think he's not a play right 1 year, maybe not even the second year. But I think he's gonna be a decent NFL quarterback.
Well, there's always going to be like a gem at quarterback somewhere down in the draft. We're always going to find somebody who's going to hit. But, you know how this league's a heavy quarterback league. It's a heavy quarterback league. It seems now it's going back to the skill player. The receiver, the running back, a solid linebacker, a solid offensive lineman, a solid DN. It's going back to the skill player when it was all about, oh, I want to get to the first round to pick the quarterback. That's what every team wants.
You ain't winning with no manageable quarterback because the rules are for offense to score 50 points. So your quarterback got to be able to throw in the wind, throw in the rain, throw in the dome, throw on the road. You need to start that quarterback to win now. That's just the way the league's going. You can't win with a guy that's going to manage a game and throw 20 passes like Wilson did last year with Pittsburgh. And that's another thing. Pittsburgh need to change their philosophy, bro. Like, running the ball with Najee and Warren. And I like Warren. You do your fantasy little fun stats. But you ain't getting a shootout with Joe Burrows with Russell Wilson and throwing little 5-yard flash to Najee Harris.
Did you watch that Steelers-Ravens game? To be honest with you, I thought it was cooked, and in the second half, Russ was
he did. Yeah, you're right.
He was letting that ball go. He was. You got to give it to him. In that second half,
but Mike, is it flashes though, fam? What's the consistency of it?
I see what you're saying with the flashes. Right.
You're right. I remember that game. We actually
he's a veteran quarterback, man. I think they got to run it back with Russ. That's just me, man.
And anybody go get in the shootout with Joe Burrow with that goddamn defense they got.
That's
goddamn
Drake. But that's the thing. If you can't take advantage of that defense, your offense ain't.
That defense was goddamn putrid. I watched it. I had the Bengals, a lot of Bengals on my fantasy. They was fucking horrible.
Yeah, the Bengals need to straighten out their defense with a healthy Burrow.
Hendrickson, I
think they losing Henderson too. I think Henderson's gonna be gone.
They don't got enough money for everyone. You can't pay. They trying to pay Burrow. They trying to pay Higgins. They trying to pay Hendrickson. They trying to pay Jamar. They gonna make Jamar the highest paid wide receiver of all time.
Yep.
Where the money gonna come from?
Yeah, where the money's gonna come from. You're right. You're right.
That owner is not known for paying. He's not. Cincinnati's not known for paying. Not that they have people to pay, but he ain't known for paying.
But do you think they will build? You think they're looking at building a defense in the draft if they spent all this money on the offense?
Yeah. They can go out and get.
They have to, right? Like
they can go and get some low end free agents. I mean, low end on defense, maybe plug and play guys for a year or two, maybe. But yeah, they got to do something with that defense. Is bad. That defense, it was worth. I mean, goddamn, the Patriots beat them. So I'm just telling you, dog. That's bad. And I thought the Patriots defense was bad, but Cincinnati was right there, man. It was right there with us.
Anything else big going down in the NFL's free agency before we move on to the Champions League round?
I like that pickup the Patriots did with LeBron Landry. I like that Landry pickup.
You like that Landry pickup? Yes, that's right. The Patriots picked up Landry.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that right here. Yep. So
Hooper. I like that.
They signed Hooper?
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that. Are they gonna get rid of the other dude?
Who? Henry?
Yeah.
I think he got a year left, right?
He signed in, right? Okay, yeah. I was gonna think
I wouldn't. I ain't no Hunter Henry guy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Me either. I'm sorry.
That dude look like a refrigerator, dog.
Yo, no lie. I'm not no Hunter
Henry.
Henry.
He's falling down when he catch the ball in open field, though.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he be wide open, he just fall down.
No, you're right. He just, they thought it was like they was gonna get like a second coming of Gronk or something like that, or another something solid. No. I'm not just
Hunter Henry and Gronk is.
No, I'm not mentioning. No. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Gronk, I'm sorry. Gronk is a Hall of Famer.
You should see Stack's face when you said Gronk.
I know when he said that, he's like, what? No, I'm just saying. I thought Hunter Henry would have been this pass catching, route running.
Nah, he wasn't thinking like that. And he got like 2 good years in San Diego. Maybe two. You got to remember, he came in behind my man over there, the dude that went to the Hall of Fame. So he wasn't catching balls like that. So
that's true. Yes,
to know what I like him for though, 20 yards and in red zone. Put him in the red zone.
Because he's a big guy, so he get just like I say.
Put him in the red zone. Let Hooper do the dirty work from between the 20s and
We keep
that he get paid off of getting like 1 or 2 games with 2 or 3 touchdowns a year. You'll be like, what? Henry have 5 catches, 3 touchdowns today?
Yeah,
what? Like just ran.
We keep talking about Brady, but damn, we ain't replaced Gronk yet either.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. The tight end is part that. Think about the tight end always been part of the game plan for the New England Patriots going back to Ben Coates.
They drafted a kid out of Florida State in the 4th round, I believe. I could be wrong last year.
They don't use him right. Just like they did John Smith should be here over Hunter Henry, if you ask me.
That's true.
You heard they was talking about Kyle Pitts too. I seen little rumors, Pats talking about Kyle Pitts. I'm like,
Stacks hates Kyle Pitts.
I'm like, maybe, but I feel like we want to take the biggest risk on a position if we're asking for Kyle Pitts. Like, we don't need pass catchers that bad.
No, not that.
And for that though, Jacksonville just cut Evan Ingram. I'll go get him over Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I would take Evan Ingram over Kyle Pitts.
He blocked He's a better blocker.
Better blocker.
I've never seen Kyle Pitts make a block. Never ever seen him block anybody. So
I don't know. There's something about them Florida wide receivers and tight ends that just don't pan out, man. I don't know what it is. And it's crazy because they throw the ball all over the place. but they just like when you go see Florida play, they just throw the rock all over the place. You would think their receivers would translate. They just don't. It just don't. I mean, you have an exception here and there, like back in the day, like with Hernandez, of course. But it's just like I don't know what it is over there with that program. Great college players, but when they try to go to the league, it just don't pan out.
Yeah, I hate to say it. We need another Hernandez. That's what it is, man. Not for nothing.
Yeah.
That
on the field, Hernandez on the field.
On
the took out half the hood.
He took out half the hood, but on the field, Hernandez, not Mr. Not Dr. Jekyll, not Mr. Hyde. Put it that way. We need that out.
Bro,
he was. No matter what, I don't care what people say. They might say what they want to say about Chico. The dude was nasty. I'm just telling you guys.
Bro, I'll never forget when I was living on Tremont Street, right? Yo, I swear to God, that night that happened, because they were beefing around there. You know, that area got a lot of little gangs and stuff. And I was like, damn, another body last night? Bro, I swear, I didn't know it was Hernandez. Over there on Harold Street, bro. I was like, damn, when I heard that, I remember that because it was the ambulance was like, whoa, because you not live right on Tremont.
Right.
That shit was wild.
Over there bodying everybody.
They try to pin every unsolved murder on it.
I know, right? I think they gave him a few of those Bulger bodies, bro.
Chico got every unsolved Boston murder pinned on him, down to the Cape Verdean gang shit.
Hernandez was letting that thing go. Hernandez was letting that thing go.
Yo, why was he chewing bubble gum and killing niggas? That's the thing that's crazy to me. Imagine just chewing some shit and spitting it out after.
I mean, if the documentary was true, shot my man in the eye, like yo, Bees, imagine you slumped over, sleep in my whip, and you wake up and I got the pistol in your face, like, yo, shit, the fuck you doing? Like, shot my man out, man.
Yo, he probably.
He tried to throw me on my own whip from the club on Mad Side. We gotta talk about that story. He didn't shoot me in the eye though. He tried to throw me.
It take a lot for me to shoot you in the eye.
Yeah, great basketball player. Character, maybe that was a problem, but great. I mean, but not basketball player, football player, but the character. That was it. I didn't even, and I met the guy once or twice, and you wouldn't even know. I met him once or twice, and you wouldn't even think that was his persona. Seriously, you wouldn't even think that.
All you young kids, man, be careful that because it was a lot of it was the company he kept.
Yeah, no doubt.
For all these young kids, be careful. I mean, we've been around. I don't use that word friend too much. You know what I'm saying? I just if I know you for 3 weeks, that's your friend right now. I know him.
Right.
I'm saying that's not my friend. No, I know him.
Right. That's right. An associate.
That's it.
Right.
We would never crash those though, so we good on that.
That's true. So yeah, man. I'm sure there's more to come. Michael, you will be back on. I will definitely invite you back on. To come on the show, especially with Stoney here. It'll be cool to be here with Stoney. Stoney always got his shit with him too, so he would love to have you on here himself. Next time, so don't be a stranger to come back on the show. No, we're not done. I'm just letting people know, and I'm giving them the spot for coming on the show and hanging with us.
Plug your times. I know you don't do a live, but plug it. When do you upload your stuff? How's your content available? How could some of the fans of our show get to your content? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, we be on all of the major platforms. So Spotify, we got the podcast that every week, usually two episodes, sometimes even more. We on YouTube, we on YouTube podcasts, we on Apple Podcasts. So the name of the pod is MSD Sports. For updates, we up on Instagram. So the @ is RCR MSD Sports. RCR MSD Sports. So yeah, we be active on there. That's where we trying to get up on a game with the little clips on social media, because I be seeing all these sports podcasts and people be talking and it's the clips, bro. That's what be.
It's the clip, yo, Mike. I was about to say that to you. That's the part, and plus, I have my day job and stuff like that. That is the part to me that's going to help our shows and our contents grow on both sides for MSD Sports and for Parlay with Us. It's these little clips. It's the social media. It's the Instagram. It's the TikTok. I have to, you know, I need to hire somebody to do this stuff for me because I can't really put in the time to you know, I'm an old man with that type of shit. Like I can do what I'm doing now. Like I said, I try to head up, you know, set up the show for everybody every week. You know, I'm a somewhat the producer of the show. But other than that, I need that social media part is the major thing, man. It is.
Wifey must be watching with the confetti right there.
I don't know who dropped the confetti. I was loving that just now. Like, yo, no, I'm glad he mentioned that because that's where the plug comes in. That Instagram, that TikTok, you know, and these little mini clips and shit like that. We're gonna vibe on that. I'm gonna connect. I'm glad you're family to the Parlay with Us show, even though you have your own podcast. We got to connect. I'm sure that there's things that I can learn from you, and that's it. That's the type of show we are. You know, that's the type of people we are. I don't mind learning from the guys that's trying to do it too. You know what I mean? We're both in the same boat. And, you know, like I said, I respect that you came here and dropped some knowledge.
Oh, yo,
and
congratulations. Mike just got married too, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, congratulations, man.
Give him a little confetti, B.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do all of that, but you know what I mean? Congratulations to
I'm
Mike.
the only one in this podcast that's a bachelor. God damn it.
Yeah, man, you need to get it together. I don't know what the hell, man. You know, I don't know what you ain't on.
Though, man. 7 joints, 7 years, man. We have to do another show called Talk with Us.
No, we do. We have sometimes we do have some Thursday shows where it don't even be about sports. We just be kicking it about shit that's going on in the world.
It's good to come home from work and not have to listen to anybody's day at work. That was the thing for me. But I digress.
You're crazy.
Yo, you
somebody from a car is always stealing my turkey.
Yo, I'm gonna give you this advice. If you keep saying stuff like that, you will end up by yourself. You will be by yourself.
Listen, let's not get it twisted though. You know I'm gonna be on September 8th, man. You know what that's about. So.
Yeah, so real quick before we finish off the segment of the show, I really appreciate Mike John for coming through from MSD Sports. Yes, you're a family to the show. We love what you bring, man. I like that. You know, I like your skill factor. Trust me, I look at stuff and I review things as the show go on, and you're good, man. You're good, man. You're built for this thing, man. So
you mess with the March Madness, Mike.
I feel like it's a must in the sports realm. Like I be having a hard time to keep up with the college ball all year. But Sean, you asked me yesterday. You said what's about to happen in this Auburn Alabama game, and I was saying wow,
that game was crazy, dog.
Yeah. Stacks was on that last night. He was on that game.
I was in the studio. I had to work and go to the studio. I couldn't watch anything till I got home. But
that game was good. All game. There wasn't a moment you couldn't turn. You couldn't even walk away from the TV with that game. Like that's how that game was just back and forth. That shit was crazy. And shout out that Duke, North Carolina. I watched now all the way up into the Celtics. That was a good game too, all the way to Cooper Flag.
Until the end of when I put it on, Duke just went on like a 22 run.
Yeah, I was shout out to Cooper Flag. Cooper went on the run. Cooper went on the run. He did, and then that was it. But it was a good game too. But college was crazy yesterday. It was.
Yes, I know we didn't talk about college basketball. Sometimes I try to keep it to an hour 20 minutes, hour 15 minutes on this show, especially on the Sunday show. Sundays, Mike, is our longest show. Thursdays, we usually run through a quick 40 minutes. But there's so much to talk about on Sunday because it's like a whole week full of sports, basketball, football, this, that. There's always something. And I know Stacks is big on this college ball. We got next we're segueing into that madness right now. So on next
the girl shit winding down now, right? Though that girl shit.
Yeah. I think
USC lost.
Played at 4. I don't know if they won or not.
USC lost. UCLA coming back and beating them. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to watch. I watched I've been, you know me with the soccer shit, so I was watching a lot of that today.
Real quick before we move on to Stacks, I gotta ask a question. I know we didn't talk about college basketball. Was this conference championship weekend in college basketball?
No. They ain't even the game. Even the big
Nah,
league.
but there's a couple of those team stacks, like the couple of
some of the smaller conferences had their tournament, like Bradley, Drake, and stuff like that. That's Bradley and Drake had their conference championship game today.
I think Thursday, right, Stacks?
Yeah, they start getting into it.
Big East starts Thursday. ACC, I believe, starts Thursday.
So this week here coming up is more of the conference championship.
Conference tournament.
Yeah, next Sunday we'll have more of
we'll have more on March Madness as far as college basketball conference championships. And obviously will be going on after Stacks. So Stacks, this is Stacks, Doe. This is your turn. Let's hear what's going on in the Champions League round of 16.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go because the Champions League round of 16 leg 1. So my plan is to do in-depth Elite 8 leg 2. So I'm just gonna go through the numbers. And real quick, I'd be remiss. My cousin got Burke in Elite 8. I think they play tonight. I'm sorry, because I couldn't make it. I know I gotta make it. I gotta check and see if they won tonight. If they but Burke.
And this is high school basketball.
Yeah, I don't want to go. That's just my cousin.
Okay.
He's my blood. I'm
Okay.
trying to get him on here. He I'm proud of him. Our family's been through a lot of losses. Y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but you know, I'm proud of him. He won Coach of the Year too.
Shout out to the Burke. The Burke always put out good product in basketball.
Yes, sir. But I just wanted to put that in before I went.
Yeah.
But so Barcelona beat Benfica 1-0 leg 1. They're gonna go back to Benfica. They're up 1-0, basically 2-0, because you know when they score on the road, that's actually 2 goals when you do that.
Yep.
Inter beat Feyenoord 2-0. Liverpool got by PSG 1-0. Leverkusen lost to Bayern 3-0. Dortmund and lost is tied 1-1. Aston Villa beat Club Brugge 3-1. Arsenal 7-1 over PSV, which is a little surprising. And Real Madrid 2-1. So there's really no surprises on here, fellas. I know you guys don't follow it like me. Maybe Arsenal scoring 7 goals because they don't have a striker right now. They lost their best striker to injury. But yeah, that's the 16. And like I said, for me, not that I'm not prepared to talk about it, but it really doesn't make sense to talk about because it's still another leg to go.
Right.
That's leg 1.
Right.
Leg 2's this week, starting this week. So by next,
it's nice to know who's least on around the 16th, so we know where we're going with it. Exactly.
So what they're gonna do? So this week, so going into next Sunday, we'll know what the Elite 8's gonna be. What the final 8's gonna be next week. But so far, like I said, there's really no. If I had to say something that Dortmund lost, being 1-1's a little bit of a surprise. But other than that, everything is basically how I would see it going.
So it'll get more tight. It will get more tight when we get into the 8.
Yeah, it will be more tight. And I just think, like I said, Liverpool these are the big dogs. Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Dortmund. I mean, not Dortmund. Bayern Munich. You know, with Harry Kane. Like those are the big dogs. They won their games. So I feel like, you know, going into next week, you know, Wednesday and Thursday is going to be leg 2. So by Sunday next week, we'll know what the Elite 8 is going to be. And I think they take a break from that because, you know, these tournaments play over months. You know, you guys know that at least.
Right.
You know.
So after this 16, when they go into the Elite 8, they're going to take a break between there.
They take a break. Yeah, they take a break. And then they come back. Because I think the finals are like in May or something like that. But so far, like I said, there's no really big, because if there was a big upset, I'd be like, okay, there's really no big upsets right here.
I don't be watching like that, you know. But yeah, did you peep that PSG and Liverpool game? Because I don't be watching soccer like that, but I got Paramount Plus. So when I just see like a game, I'll be watching, and that was crazy. I've never seen a game like this. Like it was like a hockey game when like the other team gets like 30 shots on goal.
Yeah.
you got like 10 and somehow you end up winning with 10 because Liverpool it looked like they was just getting beat up the whole time, couldn't get possession the whole game, and they scored some late game magic.
Yeah, and PSG's actually right now they're better without Mbappe, which is not really surprising. It is what it is. It's like they're a top team. But Liverpool's going for the title in Premier League. That's why they're kind of like, not that they don't care about Champions League, but it's hard to win. Man City did it the last few years. They won all three. They won their league. Yep. They won their league, like the interleague tournament, and they won Champions League.
Yep.
So Liverpool's trying to at least win 2 out of the 3. I don't think they're in. I don't know where they are at the FA Cup. I got to check that. But yeah,
the FA Cup out of Damn, I forgot about the FA Cup. Yes, that's right. But they on a break too. I think the FA's on a break though.
Yeah, I think they're on a break. So
they're on a break. Yep.
But no, that's soccer, man. Like I said, and the funny thing is,
Mike, when did you catch that game? What time during the day did you see that PSG?
Thursday, right? A Thursday or a Wednesday?
Yeah, that was 2 days. It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before.
Yeah.
It was early in the day, or was it at
No, it's like 3 o'clock. They're all at like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock.
Midday? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that the streaming services now be coming in clutch, because it used to be if it's on TV, like I don't got cable. I don't think many people got cable. I got Paramount, so I mean it's starting to now. When I be opening up, if I be opening up the Paramount, I'm like, all right, there's a little game on. I can put the game on while I'm ready for work, while I'm in the office at work.
That's dope. No, I'm glad that. Like I said, I tell people all the time.
I'm glad I wanted to watch that game. I'm glad that you even said that you was able to see it and watch that game and
2 to 10 shift
and watch the action.
I followed it I watched the highlights and followed them. My new schedule's got me kind of in that.
Right. But yeah, no, that's great. So next week we will go over the Elite 8, and before they go on break, we will talk more college basketball to satisfy Hustle Stack's appetite, because this dude, he eats and breathes everything basketball, college ball, all that. So we'll get more into that. Real quick, the Bruins did a big time shakeup because Stacks got on Bruins gear today. I'm gonna say it. I'm not a big hockey follower, really not. And I've always heard about going to the games. I should go to a game. I should, check out the atmosphere. You will like it, stuff like that. One of these days I will entertain one of these hockey games. But the Bruins blew it up yesterday, this week, right?
Yeah.
They blew it all up. They're just refreshing the whole shit, to get rid of Marchand and everybody else that they got rid of. Yeah, this team's gonna look brand new, basically. So maybe that's what they needed.
Yeah, and you know what? Real quick on that point, and shout out to them, because they never do that. They're one of those organizations that hold on to their stars, and they held on to Marchand too long. They hung on to Chara too long. They hung on to Krejci too long. They hung on to go down the line, and I'm appreciative of what they did. The thing about hockey, though, if you guys know or don't know, is that their first round draft picks is sort of like baseball. Like, they don't pan out. You won't know when they pan. It ain't like basketball or football when you're gonna know, like, basically. It's not fair, but in basketball or football, you'll know, or we judge them right away on their first year or two. Hockey, so the return they got from Marshall, the first round pick, they might not, whoever they pick might not, you might not know if it pans out, if we won or lost that trade for 3 or 4 years, because on average, that's how long, unless you're Connor Bedard or the kid from San Jose, I forget his name. I think Draymond's cool with him. And, McDavid, right away they're plug and play. But most of those first round picks in hockey, man, you don't know. But props to them for blowing it up. And I think it's gonna be their first time in a long time they don't have a captain. And that means that in hockey, that actually means something in hockey, man. It actually, traditionally, you could ask old bull and young Cap. A captain in hockey is an important piece. And right now, I think by default, McAvoy might get that, or Pastrnak, even though they're both like passive. They're not really leaders. They're good players. Well, at least Pastrnak is. But yeah, it was a huge move, and shout out to them for finally doing it, man. But yeah,
Ooh. So,
Bring
Michael,
that up.
what you think about that? What do you follow the hockey sport?
Like if you from Boston, you kind of got to rock with the Bruins. Definitely. Like I can't say I'm an expert with NHL, but I'll be watching. Like I've been watching Ovechkin. You know, he chasing Gretzky right now. I see you trade your captain. I've seen a bunch of people. This Sweeney, Don Sweeney, this Don Sweeney, that. They ain't had the fans is not happy right now. So. You know, I like that they still expanding. That's the one thing. If I say something about NHL that I like, it's like over the last like 5 years, half dozen years, you got new teams popping up who actually is nice like right away. The Seattle Krakens, the Vegas Knights,
the Vegas Knights.
Yeah. So it's competitive. You do gotta go. I'm not gonna lie. Like I that's one of the best sporting events to see in person for sure.
Yeah, it is dope.
At TD especially. But toss on a Bruins jersey, you cool. You good.
Yeah, no, I know. I had a few friends that, you know, actually one of my cousin's people's is family with one of the what's his name? Patrice. And he invited me multiple times this season to, you know, to come to a game, and I just haven't made the time to go. But yeah, man, I have to check out one of these Bruins games one of these days, man, just to see it, just to see the atmosphere. Everybody says it's a wild atmosphere. You know, I know somebody who works there. Actually, they tell me it's wild. You know, sometimes they can't control, you know, they have to cut them off, one beer per person type shit. So you already know what I mean when it gets wild. So yeah, I like to see it. That's something on my bucket list. Oh, Doe, real quick. I gotta connect with the Revolution games. So
yeah, you told me that.
So you want to go see that game? Just let me know. You know, I know you're a soccer guy, and the person, one of my friends, shout out to Jay Jolly, one of my buddies, man. He told me that, hey, he said, yo, I don't barely use these tickets, man. Sometimes I think he'd be having 4 sometimes. So, yo, we can always hit up a game, guys. I'll invite y'all when I figure that part out. But with that being said, man, I appreciate today's show. I appreciate Mike John from MSD Sports coming through, Sports Podcast. We will shout out your plugs again from your show's handles again, Mike.
Yeah, that's the homie. You got YBK up in here. That's my homie Sam. And then you got Camden Lee, Mr. Club Paradise. And you can find me on Instagram. You look up my name, Michael John. My last name DeStefano. Michael John DeStefano. So
definitely from
appreciate y'all rocking with us, yo. Appreciate that, and thank you for having me on. Seriously, it's fun. It's fun. I've been having fun doing this. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I go to work.
Is like, I mean,
Talk sports. What else can I ask for?
Yo, this is what we love doing, man. I brainstormed this thing a couple years ago with some good friends of mine. You know, Stoney, Hustle, and Doe. We all grew up with each other. So I said, you know, we always sat and talked with each other over the phone and, you know, and talk sports every day, all day, besides other life stuff. And I said, yo, guys, let's do our own podcast. Let's put it together. And when I started it, it was me and Stone. I said, yo, call Stacks, and Stacks called Doe. And then next week, you know, we got Parlay with us. And I'm sure that's how it probably vibe for you and your team. And, you know, and I'm always welcoming the, you know, especially the Boston genre of podcasting. You know, we're in the basement. I always say we're in the, it's like Rap City basement. We're in the basement right now, you know, we're basically, you know, like in a rap battle, like in a cipher for us to get there. One day we'll be there. You know what I mean? One day they'll see us and they'll be like, yo, I remember when them dudes was in the basement when they first started. So that's my vision of it. And I'm sure that's the vision of your team. And, you know, best of luck to your team and to your, to the guys on your squad and all of them. Bring, you know, invite them too onto the show and let them come through this thing. I think I can have up to 10 people on this podcast right now. Nice. You know what I mean? So when
around the draft, man.
We can cross and, you know, and do cross a show together and do a show together. However it works, it doesn't matter. We can come on you guys' platform. I can, you know, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. It's good for the commodity. I know something. Some people might say there's competition. You know, even with, you know, Young Bull, Old Bull, and Young Calf, same thing. yes, we are in the same genre. It is a competition, but to tell you the truth, when you vibe together and people see that, it's a different look. Them like, yo, listen to Parlay with us. Listen to MSD Sports. Listen to Young Bull, Young Old Cat. They vibe with each other. They be on each other's show, talking major shit. All that stuff will help us, blossom. So enough respect. I'll see you guys again. Yo, Stacks, thanks for coming through. Doe, thanks for coming through. And Stoney, yo, we'll see you next week, man. You always taking fucking vacation days. But,
Yeah,
we'll fix that.
He on the unpaid leave now, ain't he?
Yeah, he's on unpaid. He don't even got no more vacation time, man. You know what I mean? And I didn't even get. You know how sometimes you gotta call in the day that you gotta call in and be like, "Yo, I'm not making it to work today."
Yo, Stoney got more. Who missed the most time? Probably is Stoney. Probably is.
Yeah. Even when I was in Thailand, I was coming through. So it was like, what the hell? I'm just messing.
He had monkeys and dragonflies running around the back.
I had everything, and I was still popping the show twice a week. So
the quinceañera when the kid got at the birthday party.
Oh, the quinceañera, yeah. Nah, that's not what he's doing. Well, nah, he's not ready for that. I think she's only turning 30. His daughter turned 13. So shout out to Sienna.
That was the quinceañera.
I think it's when they turn 15.
Oh, 15 or 14.
15. Yeah, 15. One of them.
That's gonna be a bag. That's
a bag. We are already. He's talking about it already. He already know that's a bag. So yeah, that's big in the Latin culture. So yo, guys, come through next week. I'll see y'all again. Michael, you're always welcome to come through. Just let me know. You can let Doe know, and I'm always will plug you in and you come through the show and the rest of the team. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next week, Sunday or Thursday, depends on the situation, the schedule. Have a good one. Peace.
Much love, family.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you.